we're sending data. We're sending data to YouTube. And let's see now. Yep, let's go ahead and update that. Get this out of my way. Let's refresh here. All right. I'm not seeing anything just yet. Let's go to the channel. Sure. I don't even know what that just did. All right, yeah, so we're live. Channel. Okay, perfect. Now, are we actually in gaming underneath Final Fantasy? Because that would be lovely. And why is this quality not that great? All right, let's brighten up the room a little bit more because it's not looking great on the stream. Yeah, okay. So let's do that. You guys are going to see this for a moment. We're going to brighten this up just a little bit. Why did that stop? Why did that stop? There we go. Okay, so we're lagging here. What's going on with the internet? Okay, so we're going to brighten up. Yeah, we are really lagging. I don't like that at all. We are really, really, really lagging here. Nope, that's not what we want. We want OBS open. Okay. Okay, let's see. Gonna brighten this up a little bit there. I think that should be enough. Let's get this out of the way. If we go back to the stream, and we are just really, really lagging, it looks like. Not ideal. It's not great. That's not what we want. Let's see. Are we still lagging? How far back are we? All right, that's pretty good. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and get started here. Open up OBS. So we have the chat up there. And then let's see if we're actually getting into like the live part of gaming. Let's see. Top live games. Let's see, can we even find Final Fantasy tonight? Let's see, how far down the list is it? It's usually pretty far down the list. All right, there it is. Final, yeah, 144 watching live now. And we still don't show up there. I don't understand this. I really don't. Oh, well. Maybe if we actually stream directly from YouTube and not try to do it through like OBS or restreaming, we just use OBS as a virtual camera. I don't know. All right, here we go.
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her.
They got a legitimate grievance here.
Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Alamigo. Hey, who's this?
It's the bull, baby.
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair. For it is mine as well. That gnawing pain in your breast. It is enough to bring an old bull to his knees. But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answered. I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance, but we will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth. Now is the time that we, the people of Alamigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves and for generations yet unborn. When they look to our example, will they see a people who held fast to their principles?
That was a quick turn of events there.
I do, but I can't.
Let's see if we go into these other streams. How does it show up? Does it show that they're streaming the game? It does. Why does mine not do that? Yeah, it doesn't show that we're streaming anything. That is so annoying. Let's see. We're already live. What if we edit this? Is that even possible at this point? Not made for kids. Don't know. Not now. Edit this. Details. Category. Gaming. Game. Alright, let's just try that. And we'll save. Does that make a difference? It does make a difference. Okay, awesome. So now we're streaming on the Final Fantasy, like underneath the tag in gaming. Now, let's see if we go back to like the home page and see if we can find us underneath Final Fantasy, because that has been a real struggle, I think, with getting viewers, is the fact that we have not been like underneath like the Final Fantasy category, that no one's able to find the stream. So let's go to see all, scroll down. Where's Final Fantasy? Final Fantasy. We got to scroll way down here. Way down. There we go. Final Fantasy 14 online. Let's see. I still don't see us there. Let's look at some more of these other ones here. Yeah, I'm not seeing us at all. Not seeing myself at all. Man, that is frustrating. Just trying to get some viewers here. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get some viewers. Have some conversations with some folks, you know? That's all we're trying to do here, is get some viewers. And YouTube is making that kind of difficult. So, I mean, it is what it is. We might get some viewers, we may not get some viewers, but yeah, let's have some fun here. I don't know. Hopefully, updating that. Hopefully, someone will come across this. But, anyways, let's just play the game. My thanks were Bond. Listening to their anger, I could feel myself being swept away. 'Tis a difficult tide to stem. 'Twas the same rage which brought us to our feet and carried us to victory. But now the war is over. All the unspent fury is being channeled into vengeance. Aye, and it's not just here. We've reports of mobs forming all over. They've been targeting folk known to have cooperated with the Garleans. It starts with insults most often, then someone picks up a stone. Some industrious souls even thought to give out the graves of Xenos and his officers. Yikes. It was grim. I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace, but maybe the time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready. Maybe. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. The representatives will be here soon, and I'll be damned if I'm going to give up before I've even begun. Who are these representatives exactly? Oh, village elders, refugee leaders, and the like. It wouldn't be right for us to dictate the nation's future on our own, so we've planned a summit of sorts. We've even invited the Ananta and the Kikern to participate. Alamigo stands at a crossroads, and this meeting will decide which path it takes. The matter of Fordola's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt proceedings. Then let's execute her and be done with it. She herself asked to be put to death. Nago, I already explained why we wouldn't do that. Sending her to the gallows might satisfy people right now, but where would it end? Should we round up everyone who collaborated and everyone who didn't resist? There would be no one left, and we'd be no better than Theodoric and Xenos. Begging your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak with Fordola? Only I caught a glimpse of her past, a moment of it anyway, during the fight. She's done terrible things, unforgivable things. But, in some ways, she's a victim of the circumstances in which she was born, and that's something I can understand. All right, speak with the prison guard when you're ready, and I'll come join you. I want to talk to her too. I'll return to my other duties then. We've barely begun to investigate the facility. They gave Fordola her powers. Be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. All right. Let's speak with the prison guard, eh? You've the commander's permission to enter then? You bet your butt I do.
So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you? Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom? Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless. There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it. I killed your men. I killed my men. And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance.
That's a lie, and you know it. You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind? You're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless, relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want. You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fordola. I see you for what you are.
Oh, we got some echo action.
Come along, Fordola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
All right. Father, what's Logaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
There you go again with all these questions.
sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who'd gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deigned to toss her. Like your bastard father and whore mother.
Okay.
That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
Is that my boy Conrad in the background? Oh, they're really throwing stones at this poor little girl. Wow. Ooh. That's crazy. Oh, no, dude. Please don't tell me they die like this.
Please, you have to do something!
Oh,
The
true.
Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of army.
Wow.
We're citizens!
It's all right. It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive. Traitors! Traitors!
Oh my gosh, bro. They're gonna kill this guy. No. Oh, no. Bro. Oh my gosh, now the mom's gonna die.
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
That's disgusting, bro. Yikes. That's sad.
Fadela, please! You already have citizenship! Why would you want to become a soldier?
She got the tat.
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honouring Father's memory. By telling the world that you know better than a common savage. Am I though, Mother? Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them. If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage. So I'll play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time. It'll be hard. Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind.
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
Shut up.
You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes. Wait for the guards to leave you alone long enough to slip it over your hook. you said.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past? And what? A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they? Don't you dare patronize me! You don't know a god's damned thing about the life I've led. Bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay!
Oh, snap. Oh, she has the echo. That's right. Wow. That's crazy.
You. All that power. All that pain. It's too much. Too much for anyone.
Not me, baby. Warrior light. LOWL.
Don't you? The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken. How? Why? Damn you. Damn you all.
You still have time, Fordola. Think about how you want to spend it. Let's go.
Mm-mm-mm. Let's see which way. Actually, we should go back this way, right? I think so. Oh, no, we cannot go that way. All right. Let's try this way. Can we go that way? Yeah. Oh, this is sick. I know we've been in here already, but it's really cool. Okay, that's not the same person that was here before, so that's good. I think we killed that guy. What news? You spoke with Fordola, I take it? Yes, as expected, she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Arenvald noticed something odd about her. He thinks she might be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the Echo normally works. Have you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her? Humph. We've been hard-pressed just to organize the research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome the Scion's expert assistance if you have time to lend a hand. Gather information. Magitech pod. The device in which Cryo was held seems even more ominous now you know its purpose. The surrounding pods are marked Supply Subject, while this one bears the label Master Subject. The Ironworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been recording everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? All the pods are designed to drain the aether of the occupant, save that one right there. Unlike the others, the interior has been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. To what purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. Okay. Oh, we just fell off. I'm thinking probably up top next. No. Okay. So, something else around here? Oh, there it is. Run on over this way. Fallen scrap of parchment. Idle conversation prohibited, eating and drinking. The fallen scrap of parchment appears to list facility regulations, but nothing of any interest. Okay, same thing there. Alright. Flame Investigator. So many bodies, every one of them a victim of these experiments. Few show any signs of external injury. From what we've been able to determine, they perished from forcible aether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. Those are all bodies? Dang. Raban. I know little and less of science, so any light you can shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated. Tianitis, shall we start with you? Taken in combination with the testimonies of Kryl and Thancred, I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. The enhancement procedure entailed infusing a single candidate with aether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. As for the master subject, in this case Kryl, the patterns of her aetheric activity would provide the model upon which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Kryl's echo. I believe so, which would explain our prisoner's present state. Kryl is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. The soldiers who guard Fordola, many of them lost friends and family to the skulls. And there's a sentry at her door, night and day. She can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past. But you don't just see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it'd do to you. You'd never be the same again. Indeed, as you may recall, Ysael was completely transformed by a simple glimpse of Racevelger's past. Fordola has been forced to experience the agony of those who lives she destroyed. Fordola has been forced to experience the agony of those whose lives she destroyed. Okay, the guilt must be unbearable. That explains her request to be executed. Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. If the results of these experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald, there will be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, to an entire legion. We must be ready. We must learn all we can of these gods-forsaken procedures, and Fordola remains our best source of information. She'll not be getting her wish, not yet. Right. Keep faith, lass. If you're to convince others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People will respond to passion, but not if it's feigned. I understand. Thank you, General. We should leave the flames to it. Let's go. There's a lot of talking. I go for answers about the echo and end up getting schooled by Raban, yet more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not me. General Alden is a veteran of countless campaigns. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. I know, but I also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority and how much I still have to learn. I wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it's his homeland. After going through the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay? 'Tis a quandary which countless refugees now face, to continue the life they built in Ul'dah, or start again in the land of their birth. Tianitis, a moment. I am newly returned from Ul'dah with a message from the Sultana. Her Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. Well, I must away and attend to other business. Until next time, my friends. An audience with the Sultana. Depending on the nature of her consultation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plans. Yes, we'd all like to know about those, Alphino, but not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, Tianitis. I don't know if it's allergies or what is going on, but I got a little tickle in my chest/throat. All right, what we looking at here? Well, the question of how to put the Mad King's treasure to use, to good use, shows no signs of answering itself. Shall we be about it? I'm at your beck and call. And I should be getting back to my own tasks. I'll organize a squad to head down into the ruins and then start preparing for the big meeting. Oh, send Nanamo my regards. And ours too, if you please. We shall see you on your return. Let's see. Alright, so we're going to go to Ul'dah. First, we're going to take a little pit stop at the good old gold saucer, baby. Definitely need to hit that up for show. Alright, let's see. Where are we at? Alright, we're going to try to hit this mini cactpot real fast. Okay. There we go. Alright. Okay. So here. So, nope. So we want 7, 8, 9 then. So that's going to be 1. Let's see. This is going to be our best bet, I think. No, apparently it was not. So the biggest is going to be obviously 6, then 24, then 23, and then 21. 6, 24, 23, 21. All right. Yes. I want to try again. Okay, 2, 3. Okay. Ooh, we got to go for it. We got to go for the diagonal, the big money. Nope, that's trash. All right, let's try one more time. Yep, we'll try again. What's starting up? Okay. So 1. Nope, not going to be there. Nope, it's not going to be there. So, all right, so we're going to go 7, 8, 9 diagonal right here. Wow, really bad luck on the cactpot tonight. All right, didn't mean to do that. Let's go see what fates are going on. Probably not going to be another one starting for about 10 minutes. If it is Leap of Faith or Air Force One, we'll do it. If it's like Slice of Life, then maybe we'll move on. What's going on? Looks like we got a viewer here. Hope you're having a good night tonight. We got about 9 minutes to Leap of Faith. I may stick around for that. If not, we'll just continue probably with the MSQ. Hope you're having a good night. My name is Jonathan. I go by Tianitis. Is my little gamer tag and everything that I play. So yeah, I've made it through A Realm Reborn and Heaven's Word and Stormblood. I finished most of the story for Stormblood, and now I'm just doing, I guess it's like the post-patch kind of stuff before Shadowbringers. So been playing this game for about, I don't know, a month and a half, maybe 2 months now. No, probably about a month and a half. And I'm just really, really enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun. So, where are you at? I think looking at your avatar, that might be a Lalafell. Not entirely sure about that. Do you play Final Fantasy? Are you a Final Fantasy fan at all? All right, we're going to the Chamber of Rule here. So let's just go to the Steps of Ul'dah. Let's do that. All right. Okay. And actually, we could have just done this. We're going to use the Aethernet. Let's see, Aethernet, and it is, yeah, Chamber of Rule. Let's do that. Let's see what the Sultana wants with us this time. I am Alala. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm when it comes to like MMOs and stuff like this, I always try to make it, you know, I try to picture myself like in the game. So like in World of Warcraft, I like playing as like blood elves. Obviously, it's not necessarily a human, but it's like a humanoid. And then in this, like the high here, I don't know how you pronounce that, but yeah. Obviously, in this game, I have a lot more hair than I do in real life, so that's just kind of me living out my fantasy. All right. Thank you for answering my summons. You have been busy. Yes, I have. I've been very busy. Let me go. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. So, have you been playing Final Fantasy a long time? Or are you a newbie, a sprout like I am? She's a real one, Nanamo. Seems like she wants him to stay.
I thought it only a matter of time before he sought my leave to return to her. Indeed, I had resigned myself to his loss. Suffice it to say,
1,000 days. That's amazing.
to hear him speak so lightly of handing over the reins in Alamigo and retaking his place at my side.
Yeah, I think funny thing that I didn't realize is that with the free trial, you could play all of A Realm Reborn, Heaven's Word, and Stormblood before you actually pay for subscription. And, oh, you playing Exodus too? That's awesome. Yeah, add me in the game. That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't realize you could play so much of the game for free. So I bought it and paid for my subscription and everything. But 1,000 days, that's awesome. Yeah, like I said, I've really been enjoying this a lot. I started as a gladiator, and then 30 I went on to paladin, And then I just love the gear sets of Dark Knight so much that I played that for a bit. But then when I did some research on the Gunbreaker class, I saw that it was kind of like a DPS tank hybrid. So I went with that, and I'm having a lot of fun playing the game. I'm trying to do as much as I can, to get to like some of the end game content of Shadowbringers before Endwalker comes out. So I've been grinding. I probably play about 3 to 4 hours each night. I've just recently started streaming, and trying to, obviously, it's more fun when people are watching the stream. So I've been trying to do that more regularly. But yeah, usually I play this about 3 or 4 hours a night, once the kids are in bed and everything. Handing over the reins to Alamigo. We're taking his place at my side. Okay.
I will welcome him with open arms, of course. He is my most trusted advisor and my dearest friend. But I have known the man a long time, and beneath that steely gaze, I spied a flicker of doubt. Whether Raubon chooses to remain in Uldar or return to Alamigo, I only wish that he do so with a heart unburdened by guilt.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah. So, you might you can't really see my shirt. So if I sit up a bit, you might be able to read that. Orlando Magic. So I'm a big Orlando Magic fan. I have a Orlando Magic tattoo right there. I've also got Spider-Man. So yeah, I live in Florida. About an hour north of Tampa. So the Magic are the closest NBA team that we have. So I actually host a weekly Orlando Magic podcast. So a lot of the equipment that I have here, like the camera, the lights, the microphone, I've all bought for that. So it was kind of like an easy transition to streaming for me. So I already had a lot of the equipment, and I was like, well, I really love video games as well, so I might, get my money's worth out of this stuff. But I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Whether he chooses to remain in Uldar or return, I only wish he'd do so with a heart unburdened by guilt or regret.
How could he freely make such a choice, knowing how much I depend on him? It is past time that I learned to discharge my duties as a sultana alone.
Yeah, definitely a win-win. Yeah, for sure.
My own eyes, and hear the wind with my own ears. Might I have your company for a brief adventure?
Of course you can.
Wonderful.
The only thing I wish they had about this game, I wish that your character had some, voice acting. I know that's hard to do, but I do wish that. I think that would be a really cool addition. Let's change this a touch less conspicuous. She's saying, let me change into something a little bit more comfortable. Nanamo, you better behave. All right. Okay. Speak with Nanamo outside the quicksand. Yeah, let's see how many, what my playtime is right now. I think it's probably close to 10 or 11 days. Yeah, about 9 days, 16 hours. So we're getting there. What class do you play? Oh my gosh, the Dragoon armor sets are so amazing. Like, this guy is level 53 and looks a million times cooler than I do. The Dragoon sets are some of the best in the game. Dragoon and Dark Knight. I just love the way it looks. I think we want to go to the Adventurers Guild. I think that's close to the quicksand. Yeah, it's right outside. That was easy. 1 second. I'm going to grab some water. I don't know what's going on. I got some tickling in my chest, throat area. 1 sec. All right, here we go. Got some water here. Ah, man. Okay. Perchance you remember Lalira, the merchant's daughter. This is the persona I assume when I venture beyond the palace walls to observe my subjects unnoticed. Ordinarily, Papashan would accompany me, but for this particular outing, I need an advisor, not a minder. And that is why I requested your company. Well, I'm white mage only, but I have 1 white mage on each data center that is level 80 on endgame. How many data centers are there? That sounds like a lot of work. That's crazy. I have 1 white mage on each data center that is level 80 on endgame content. Yeah, that's insane. I mean, yeah, you said you have 1,000 days subscribed. That is a lot. So, like you probably know, I leveled, 30, chose Paladin, leveled to 50, and then when I decided I wanted to play Dark Knight, once I had, completed most of, the quests, then I had to go back down to 30 and level from 30 to 50. And then when I hit 70 as a Dark Knight and decided I wanted to play Gunbreaker, I had to level from 60 to 70. And that grind in itself was like so mentally exhausting because I don't know, I don't really enjoy doing the same dungeon over and over again. And then when I would try to do things like, the alliance raids, or some of like the main scenario, like roulettes and things like that, having to do Praetorium over and over and over again was just like, oh man, so exhausting. It's a fun dungeon, but all of that dialogue, it's like 30 minutes of dialogue, would just kill me. But yeah, that's amazing on each data center. I don't even know how many data centers there are, but I just know, like, from my experience playing the game, that's a lot of work. That's amazing. And that is why I requested your company. Over the course of your many adventures, you have met people from all walks of life in every corner of Eorzea, and I would make use of your worldly experience. Now let us be on our way. Our first destination is Stone's Throw, just beyond the Gate of Nald. All right, where are we headed? All right, so we'll go to Blackbrush first, and then we'll just fly on over. Get on Midgard Sommer here. Have you always been a big Final Fantasy fan? Like, have you played, like 7, 8, 9, 10, any of the like standalone RPGs, or have you just played like Final Fantasy 14? And did you play Final Fantasy 11? I never played Final Fantasy 11. I had a friend in high school that played it all the time, but I just never really got into it. I was so into World of Warcraft back in the day. Look upon this procession of tattered tents. Okay, these refugees camp in squalor at the mercy of the elements and Thanalan's predators both. The city's walls offer safety, but the streets overflow with people as it is, and unless blessed by the hand of Nald himself, no refugee could ever hope to afford a dwelling in Ul'dah. 20 years have passed since the fall of Alamigo, and 5 since the calamity, yet the plight of the poor has grown more desperate, not less. As Sultana, the blame falls upon me. You have done your best. Then my best has not been good enough. Shall we press on? I would follow the road to the unholy air. Alright, where are we headed now? Unholy air. Okay, it's back towards Blackbrush. I've been so, like, focused on the main scenario quests and then trying to level up those, try to level up those classes. I haven't done any of the like professions yet. I haven't gotten really into, I don't even think my gear is melded right now. I actually need to do that. I haven't gotten into any of the mount farming, so I'm really excited, for when Endwalker comes around and I can get to like the real end game content and have some more time in the game to do other things like that. I was Taru Lala, okay, on Final Fantasy 11. Then I moved to Final Fantasy 14. Only been a healer in Final Fantasy for almost 20 years. Wow, that's crazy. Final Fantasy 11 is that old? Let me bring this up. That's crazy. When did Final Fantasy 11 come out? Yeah, Final Fantasy 11. 2002. My goodness, I did not realize that. So that came out like less than a year after Final Fantasy X came out, right? I think Final Fantasy X was June of 2001, July of 2001. So 10 months after 10 comes out, then 11 came out. That's incredible. Wow. That is so cool. Yeah, I had a friend that was huge into Final Fantasy 11. I just wasn't into it at the time. And to be honest, I actually tried Final Fantasy 14 out. It wasn't like the original. It was, A Realm Reborn. But at the time, as soon as I logged in and I got into Ul'dah and I saw how many quests there were, I was just so overwhelmed and I wasn't aware of the main scenario quest line. So, everyone, knows that this game is like kind of grown in, popularity a little bit over the past few months. And I watched a few YouTube videos, and once they laid out the fact that you really just want to focus on the MSQs, tried it again, and I've really just fallen in love. So Final Fantasy X is my favorite video game of all time. It's my favorite Final Fantasy. I have the HD remaster version of the PS4 one. When it came out for the PS3, I bought the collector's edition. I still have that, and that's my favorite game of all time. Outside of that, like I've played Final Fantasy VII. I've never beat the original, but I plan to. I've never beat Final Fantasy VIII, but I've beaten Final Fantasy 9, 10, 2, 12, and 15, and those are all great games. But this has a legitimate argument to be one of the best Final Fantasy games of all time. Not even just talking about the MMO. It's just the story is so good. And in an MMO, you can just pack so much more content and story into this. So many times I'm playing this game and there's a cutscene happening and I just find myself sitting here just telling myself how much I love this game. I've really been having a lot of fun. I was but a child at the time. My parents were returning from an inspection of our interests in Eastern Thanalan, when an untimely rock slide crushed their carriage. To this day, it is not certain if the incident was simple misfortune or an expertly planned assassination. Otis Firefly. Hey, what's up? That's awesome. Thanks for the friend request. Even if my parents' deaths were orchestrated by the monetarists, we could only have brought their hirelings to justice. The true villains, those who plotted to put me on the throne as a biddable puppet, were ever beyond our reach. Thus did I plan to strip the merchants of their power and place our nation in the hands of its citizens, quite unaware of the consequences my actions would have for you and yours. I shudder to think how many goodly souls paid the price of my naivety. But I am no longer a child reciting words with witless obedience, and I will not be used as a pawn in the monetarists' damnable games. Forgive me for my outbursts. You are one of the few people to whom I feel I can speak my mind. Come, let us return to Ul'dah and visit the Colosseum. All right, now I should be able to get to this. Awesome. That is so cool. Thanks. I really appreciate you sending me the friend request. That's amazing. I don't know if you're in a free company or not. I'm not trying to be like, hey, add me to your free company. But I was in one. I got recruited pretty early. I was level 20 or something like that. And there just wasn't a lot of growth. There wasn't a lot of activity. Not a lot of end game players. Just seemed kind of disorganized. So I don't think I'm gonna ever be to the point where I raid hardcore. I don't know if I'll ever get to savage or extreme raids, things like that. But it would be cool to be part of a free company that's kind of thriving and social and has a lot going on. That would be cool. Again, I'm not trying to get you to add me to your free company or anything, but all right. So we're going back to the steps of Thal. Have Otis, Earl, and Tiny Firefly, but Otis is an alt. Yeah, you've got 80 level 80 alts. That's pretty crazy to go through all of this. So in other MMOs that I've played, I've never been a big alt guy. I always have, like my main character, and I just focus on them, and that's just kind of always what I've done. My younger brother, whenever we play, MMOs, he's the same way. Like when we play World of Warcraft, he had like 12 characters at max level, and I just never like could grasp that. But that's amazing. I couldn't imagine going through this like 4 or 5 times. Maybe in my younger days, now that my wife and I have a couple of children, it's definitely gotten more difficult to get on here as much as I want. I would love to, like back in the days, I would just spend 7-8 hours a day, just get home from school, jump on here, and be on till 1-2 in the morning. So why did you make characters on different data centers? Like, do you play with different people on like separate data centers? Or from the moment I became Sultana, I found myself thrust into an endless parade of document signing and ceremonies. For years, I simply signed where I was told to sign and sat where I was told to sit, blissfully oblivious to what any of it meant. Yet one good thing did come. That was an ignominious chapter in my life, for it was during an official visit to the Colosseum that I first met Raban. The match I had been invited to attend was not at all what I expected. They had pitted the bull of Alamigo against some dozen or so rival gladiators. Blinkered though I was, I would not stand for so obvious an injustice and demanded to see a fair fight, one man against another, and my royal wish was duly granted. It was not until later that I learned of the gambling ring which had arranged for Raban to die on the sands that day. Regardless, my intervention meant that Raban had but a single opponent to dispatch, which he duly did. And when he knelt before me to receive the winner's purse, he swore that he would one day offer me his blade in service. I wanted the ability to travel and meet more people. That's awesome. Surrounded as I was by liars and manipulators, I confess I dismissed it as a pleasant piece of theater. But as you know, Raban is a man of his word. Though it took him another 5 years on fighting on the blood sands, he amassed a fortune so great as to not only buy his freedom, but a seat on the syndicate, and then I had my blade. Yeah, I think I read somewhere that they're going to allow people to play on whatever data center they want when you log in. I think I heard that. I might be mistaken. Oh, good old two-armed Raban. Oh my gosh, what an animal. Beast. The confetti. That whole sequence at the end of A Realm Reborn. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Jumps over the dead body. Oh my gosh. So yeah, at the end of A Realm Reborn, when Raban thinks that Nanamo's been killed and just pops off on oh my gosh, I don't even remember his name now. It's not Lolorito. Oh, it's that you're I know you'll remember the name, but when he just cuts that dude down, it was just absolutely amazing. And I know his name, like it like almost rhymes. Words cannot well express what that man means to me. There are others who care deeply for my well-being, of course. Papa Sean's love for me is as that of a grandshire for his grandchild, but upon matters of governance, I cannot turn to bodyguards and maidservants for counsel. Raban, with the authority of his syndicate position, was the first sword I could wield. His was the only edge which could cut the strings that bound me. It's a good friend right there. All right, let's see what we want here. And we'll just take the money. Man, what was that dude's name? It's going to drive me nuts now. Let me look this up. What's this dude's name? Teleji Adeleji. That's who it was. Yeah, when Raban cut that dude up, that was amazing. Nanamo seems lost in thoughts of the past. We must make haste. My absence will not go unnoticed by the Sultan Sworn for long, and there are other places I would visit. To the Arzaneth ossuary. All right. Where are we headed now? No idea where that is, so we'll go to the Thermiture's Guild. Sorry about keep clearing my throat in the microphone. I'm pretty sure it's allergies. My allergies here in Florida this time are always terrible. And then today I was sneezing a little bit and had some like nose congestion, and now I've got like this tickle in my throat. I know it's not COVID. I actually just had COVID last month, even though I'm vaccinated. I mean, that's neither here nor there. I don't want to get into all the vaccination stuff that's going on, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is allergies. I need to get some Claritin. When the calamity threatened, Raban led the Alliance forces into battle on the plains of Cartano, and I remained here. I prayed with all my heart that Archon Louisoix would have the power to rouse the 12. Since that day, I've made a custom of visiting this shrine during each of my little excursions. Here, I seek the blessing of Thal, reflect upon my choices, and ask myself if I am fulfilling my duties as a sultana. You are rightly celebrated as the champion because you have led the line in 100 battles for the good of Eorzea. In much the same way, I believe the measure of a monarch lies in how she leads her people in times of adversity. If I am to be a sultana worthy of the name, I cannot turn a blind eye to the troubles facing Ul'dah. I have chosen my path, Tianitis. With Alamigo now freed from imperial chains, I finally see a way to aid the refugees. Already, many displaced Alamegans seek to begin the long trek home. To facilitate that process, I have made a small contribution, an artisan school in Rogger's Reach for any who wish to learn new trades. Realistically, however, it will take years for such training to yield tangible benefits. But we do not have years. These people will need shelter and employment if they are to survive, and this time the Ul'dah Treasury shall provide. Precisely when and how to allocate the necessary funds is, of course, another question. Might you ask a member of the syndicate? Why not seek the advice of one who employs refugees? If you're asking the syndicate, it's going to be Lolorito, but a wise suggestion. Mayhap a visit to the Gold Saucer is in order. Its proprietor is a member of the syndicate, and he is one of the few who pays refugees a fair wage. I wonder, are you acquainted with Godbert Manderville? I don't think so. Oh, isn't it the Manderville Gold Saucer? That kind of makes sense. Well, he is a most generous man, if something of an eccentric. Let us make our way to the landing, and I will see that word is sent to the Gold Saucer. Godbert should be only too glad to receive us. I love the Gold Saucer. So much fun. Let's see here. All right, speak with Nanamo at the airship landing. So we have to go back to... let's see. I think we want to go to... let's just go to the 8th Right Plaza, and then we'll run over. And I just love how, like, these cities always feel so alive with so many people in them all the time. I love that. Like, I have never, not even once, logged into this game and not had some type of login queue. It's never long. You know, I never wait more than, 30 seconds to a minute, maybe 2 minutes at the most. But the fact that, like, the servers are always full no matter what time of day I log on, I love that. Let's see. What are people saying in the chat here? Oh, they're just talking to one another. Okay. All right. There we go. There's Nanamo. I have ridden aboard a public airship before, but this shall be my first visit to the Gold Saucer. Man, need to get some Claritin tomorrow. All right. Speak with Nanamo at the Gold Saucer. What's going on here? That's not what I meant to do. Entrance. What's going on here? Why is this bringing me to the feast? I don't understand what's going on here. I'm very confused. Let's talk to, let's see, airship ticket. Yeah, let's do that. Seek passage to the Gold Saucer. All right, let's find Nanamo. Where is that little bugger? Let's see. Oh, I just run past her. Yep. I had heard descriptions of its splendor, yet I never dreamed it would be so bright and inviting. No, I couldn't possibly. We did not come here to fritter away the royal coin. Godbert will be expecting us. Come, let us head directly to the lounge and ignore these gaudy temptations. All right, so we'll hang a right here. Let's see what fate we got going on right now. Maybe we'll do a little 123. So yeah, one should have started. Let's see what's going on here. Ooh, leap of faith. All right, now Tiny, I'm gonna try this. I'm not always very good at it, but I always have a lot of fun doing it. So I really enjoy doing the leap of faith. If it is like that one map, okay, yeah, this is what I like. The one where like everything is like coming out of the walls and you gotta jump. That I really don't enjoy that. Well, really, because I'm just not good at it. It's still fun, but I'm not great at it. All right, here we go. This is the first time I've ever done this with somebody watching, so no pressure. No pressure. Oh, dang it. That was so bad. That's so embarrassing. All right, let's try this again. Oh, man. Here we are. There we go. All right, that's better. Okay, so this time. There we go. That's better. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. All right, we're doing all right so far. Rather than, other than the first little hiccup there. Actually, we're just going to, yep, there we go. Let's walk down to that. Playing it nice and safe here. I don't want to get too crazy and mess up here. I really like doing this, and I like doing the like the Air Force One. Those are both really fun. Okay, here we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Oh no. Oh, that was close. Oh, that was so close. All right. Jump to that. Jump to that. All right. All right. All right. Okay. We're doing pretty well here. Let's see. We got that one up there to get to. I just like to make sure I get as many of them as I can. So yeah, we'll go right here. All right, here we are. This is gonna be one of my best runs here. And you here watching me, look at that. You're a good luck charm. There we go. All right. All right, this is a big jump. This is a big jump. Oh, of course I missed it. Of course I missed it. Let's see how far back it's going to bring us here. Oh, not too bad. Excuse me. Okay. See, we're just like flying through this now. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, this went a little bit further back than I had originally thought when we first died there. Alright, let's see. We got 7 minutes left. Alright, this was one of my better runs, but now it's turning out to be pretty typical. So, but it is what it is. As long as you finish right, you still get the golden saucer points. There we go. There we go. I just joined an FC called M&M. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I was looking up, you know, just to see like what are like the best. Like I didn't realize there were free company like standings, like officially. I thought that was kind of cool. Are you kidding me? Unreal. I'm gonna have to go all the way back now, aren't I? Oh. This is embarrassing. Let's see if we can finish this under 5 minutes. I don't think we're going to. Come on now. All right. All right, we're getting there. Oh, that was close. I almost messed that up big time. All right, we're up. And we're up. And we're up. All right. Okay, so we've got to get to that. This is going to be the challenge here. Nope, definitely not going to be able to go that way. All right. Okay. Got to make sure we get running starts on these. And here we go. There we go. All right. Very nice. Okay. Don't mess this up. Don't mess this up. There we go. And we did it. Look at that. Look at us go. I think we got all of them. Hope we didn't miss any. All right, yep, 4,000. Awesome. Perfect. Well, I appreciate you sitting through that while I did that and struggled through that. All right, let's run over to Nanamo. All right, and she's going to be in the lounge, right? Which, yeah, we got to go this way. Straight across here. So far, is there anyone I need to talk to get to the lounge? Oh, it's probably upstairs. Yeah, so far, I've noticed, at least this is what I think. I haven't really kind of gone back to check, but this feels like since Stormblood ended, and I'm doing, what is this, 4.1, something like that. It definitely feels like there's a lot more like talking and just like dialogue quests than it is actually like, go here, kill this person, things like that. I believe this is where we are to meet Lord Manderville. Shall we sit while we await his coming? We probably should. My apologies, Your Grace. I have kept you waiting. No apologies are necessary, Godbert. My request was sudden, and you were kind to make yourself available at such short notice. When the Sultana herself comes calling, there is no more important engagement. As to the purpose of my visit, I would have your thoughts on how the Crown might best aid the refugees residing in Thanalan. As you are aware, I am sure that many of Alamigo's displaced sons and daughters long to return to their newly liberated homeland, and you are also aware of how they will suffer without shelter and work to sustain them. I would use our nation's wealth to spare them that suffering. What advice have you for me on the matter on how it might be best distributed? The unusual circumstances of our meeting and your Grace's choice of companion would suggest to me a desire for an honest and unvarnished opinion. I shall give you one. Uh-oh. My advice to you is stop. Taxing Ul'dah's wealth to save Alamigan refugees is a terrible, terrible idea. You oppose my proposition? Most emphatically. I agree with your Grace that the refugees must have housing and employment, but what profit is there for Ul'dah in this arrangement? Profit? After all you have done for Girabanya's displaced, I thought you the very last person to seek benefit from their misfortune. Forgive me, your Grace, but you appear to be laboring under a misapprehension. It is a fine endeavor to support one's fellow man. I fear, however, that your stance is one born of pity. Your intent to save the refugees, is it not? For all our potential, we are indolent creatures by nature. If unconditional charity is all we know, then we begin to rely upon it, to expect it. And then we must consider Ul'dah's own poor and downtrodden. Should they hear of your spending the nation's coin, not to improve their lot, but to nurture the distant citizens of Alamigo, it is unlikely they will applaud your generosity. Surely it is not your Grace's intention to foster new resentments, but to spread goodwill? Indeed, then any support I pledge to the refugees must promote self-sufficiency, whilst also serving the interests of the people of Ul'dah. Exactly so. Such an arrangement will create a far more equitable relationship with the returning Alamegans, even as it generates the revenue required with the approval of your subjects. Oh, required to win the approval. I can't read sometimes. You have given me much to ponder, Lord Manderville. I thank you for your candor. Okay, complete. Nanamo appears to be reassessing her plans. Profit. The thought never even crossed my mind, but standing about lamenting my naivety will not do anyone any good. I shall consider my lesson learned and pressed on. Are you perchance acquainted with any successful merchants? If my attempt at philanthropy is obliged to reap a profit, it would seem wise to consult someone with a knack for business. Ordinarily, I would not trust any agent of the East Aldenard Training Company, but if you hold this Hancock fellow in high esteem, I am content to be led by you. You may repay my faith by journeying to distant Kugani, I don't know how to say that, and speaking with him on my behalf. Eager though I am to visit those shores, I have not the leisure for a lengthy sea voyage. Now, assuring you will travel as adventurers are wont to do, I shall await your report by the 8th rite in Ul'dah. A fair journey to you, and a swift one, if you please. Alright, so we're going to Kugani. We're just going to teleport there, honestly. Alright. And yeah, let's hit the jets. Hit the sprint on them. I could really go for some fast food right now. It's always this time of night when I'm playing video games, I'm just chilling, and I want something greasy and delicious to snack on. Could really go for some fast food right now. I don't know about you. Some Taco Bell or, McDonald's, something just disgusting and delicious. Checkers. Might be called Rallies where you are. Love Checkers. 3 things I'm really passionate about. Video games, the Orlando Magic, and food. Greetings, honored sir. Will you be entering the Ruby Bazaar offices? Yes, I will. Thank you very much. Oh, Hancock, what's up, buddy? Oh, Chinese food, man. Well, you might be a female. Well, by your name, Otis, Earl, Tiny Firefly. I don't know. It doesn't matter whether you're a guy or a girl. But Chinese food is so good. Like here in Florida, obviously, we have all like the little independently owned, Chinese food places where I always, I'll go like honey chicken or orange chicken or sweet and sour chicken, something like that. But we also have Panda Express here. I don't know if you have Panda Express by you. But, man, that place is like premium Chinese food. Some of my friends who have, started to have Panda Express, they're like too good for like the regular mom and pop Chinese food places here. But I don't turn my nose up at good, greasy, delicious food. I beg your pardon. Her Grace the Sultana would have my opinion on how to best invest the wealth of Ul'dah. My dear Tianitis, I have you to thank for this recognition, I am sure, and I am flattered that you came to me, truly flattered. What kind of Chinese food did you have tonight? Let me hear it. It's a little bit too late for me to order Chinese food. All the places around here are closed, but maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm thinking either Chinese food or we have this pizza place near us called Morty's Pizza, and it's just like the greasiest, cheesiest pizza in the world, and it's delicious. Why settle for a lowly apprentice when you could have the master? Upon matters of profit, there is no living soul better qualified to advise her grace than Chairman Lolarito, a man whose morning exertions are said to fill his garter robe with gold. Oh, General Tao, yeah, General Tso or General Tao's chicken. That's good stuff. A little bit spicy. If you've never had Panda Express, they have this, it's called Beijing beef, where it's, like fried beef in this, kind of sauce, and they have like these sweet peppers in it. Absolutely phenomenal. I should be happy to arrange a meeting for you, say at the Science former headquarters in Thanaland. I never know how to say that word. The Waking Sands would seem a suitably neutral venue for negotiations, don't you think? Fare you well, Tianitis, and may your dealings prove fruitful. All right, so we'll go speak with Nanamo. Yeah, General So chicken. That stuff is good. At the mall that we have in my town, before COVID, we had this Chinese food spot in the mall, in the food court. And when I was younger, I worked at this grocery store, and I would be off every Tuesday. Every Tuesday morning, I'd wake up, go get my haircut at like 9 o'clock, and then the mall would open at 10, and the Chinese food place would open at 10:30. So I'd walk into the mall at 10 o'clock, walk around for a little bit. None of the shops were open yet, but I would just walk around the mall for 20 minutes, half hour, whatever. And then it was either every Tuesday or Thursday. I don't remember now. It's been so long. But the girl that worked there, she knew my order every single time. it would be bourbon chicken, double meat with a side of fried rice, and an order of sweet plantains. And like the sauce or the juice that they would have from the bourbon chicken, she would take that and pour that over my rice, and it was just the best. And we would do that all the time, to the point where we would go right before they were about to close at like 7 o'clock at night before the mall closed. And they would have all of this extra food, and you would order, and they would just pile it onto your plate. It was incredible. But now that place has since closed, and yeah, it's a big downer. Welcome back. Did your merchant friend have any useful advice to share? He wants to set up a meeting with Lolorito, and you agreed to this? I am well aware of his standings in the field of business, but I had hoped to keep the monetarist at arm's length, and him in particular. Nay, I cannot live in fear of the man. I must learn how to treat with him if I am to rule Ul'dah effectively. Very well, I will meet with Lolorito. Let us go on ahead to the Waking Sands and prepare for his coming. Alright, we're here at the Waking Sands. So this is where the Scions first congregated. I have heard many tales, but never had occasion to visit. To work then, the hour of the meeting draws near, and I would gather my thoughts. Pray see to it that we have the appointed room to ourselves. Well, if it isn't Lolorito.
Summons from the Scions. This must be important business indeed. Though, if it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help.
This dude is such a creep. Nanamo. So funny.
You have made your point. 'Tis indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask.
Oh, he's gonna take it off?
There, would this better please your
Man, Lolorito, you got some nice eyes, man.
you as Lady Lilira?
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I am glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito. But shall we proceed to the business at hand?
I love how this game like inserts little bits of humor.
Say, I am most eager to hear your proposal.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in Thanalan in their efforts to return to Alamigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Teleji Adeleji's estate. But this plan is not intended to benefit the displaced alone. I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Ul'dah and Alamigo both.
Nanamo's making money moves.
Consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan?
Thanalan.
I beseech you then, Lord Lolorito,
I'll try to remember that.
mercantile wisdom.
Could seem your grace has matured beyond acts of earnest yet misplaced charity. Pray tell me more. To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the
Probably.
settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees, which has the greatest
Hmm.
potential to flourish,
Garabanya.
given the appropriate investment.
They're gonna make me choose. Really? Ooh. Alagana, Alagiri, the Saltery. I don't even remember what those places are. Honestly. Let's look them up real fast. Alright, so what's the first one? Alagana. Nope, I don't wanna know the answer. I just wanna know what the area looks like. Alagana. Okay, that's nice looking. I like that. Alright. Alagiri. See what it looks like. Okay, yeah, that's nice as well. And then, or the Saltery. What's the Saltery? The Saltery. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not really feeling that. Let's go. I'm going to go Alagiri. Let's say that. Let's go Alagiri.
Yes, if a stable trade route can be established between Uldar and Alamigo, then Alagiri would once more become an important waypoint. But while such growth would greatly benefit its current residents, I'm afraid it could sustain little beyond that.
Okay, Smarty Pants, then what do you suggest? Alright, let's try it. Oh, so this is just going to make the choice for me, pretty much.
Yes, Quarry Town certainly does carry the potential.
Alright, so we're going the Saltery. Okay.
Were it situated anywhere near a lucrative market, it would cost more to transport the materials than they are worth, in my humble opinion.
Okay. Clearly, you want me to say the Saltery. Yeah. Yeah. Clearly. Yeah, give him the sass.
Yes, that desolate little village on the shore of Loch Sel. I know the Saltery and its products well. The Imperial invasion brought an end to their more widespread distribution, much to the dismay of many a wealthy gourmand, myself included. Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient, and in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of guilt.
Alright, so the Saltery it is.
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course, but I trust the East Aldenar Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Naturally, Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ons of profit from its production. The Loch's bounty
So we're making money off of salt.
enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders, just as Your Grace desired.
I don't know how much of that left shoulder he still has left. I know that, decent part of that was cut right off. A deal is struck then. All right. Good deal. All right, we're going to finish this quest here. I fear it will be many years before I feel comfortable taking part in such negotiations, but I shall not complain. We have piqued Lolorito's interest and secured his invaluable expertise. Thank you. I could not have done it without you. Actually, no, we'll take the little money there. We'll get the next quest. All right, Tiny Firefly. It's coming up on 2 a.m. here, so I'm going to take this as an opportunity to end the stream for tonight. So first of all, I really appreciate you joining the stream. I'm glad that you found it. It was great to talk to you. You're like the first actual viewer that I've had since I've been streaming the last couple of weeks. So again, it was really awesome talking to you. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you found it entertaining. If you did like it, if you could just do a couple of favors for me really quick, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then click the notification bell. That way you'll get a notification whenever I stream. If you hated the stream, don't worry about that. I appreciate talking to you all the same. So again, I'm gonna take this as an opportunity to end the stream, and I hope you have a great night. It was great talking to you, And yeah, we'll talk in game, and maybe when I get to 80, maybe we can do some end game stuff together. So again, thanks so much. I hope you have a great night. Peace.